All right, good morning, good afternoon. You're welcome to this call this morning. My name is Felix, and I'm going to be taking us on this journey this morning. And I would love us to stay calm and be attentive as we expose us to one or two important information and how to actually leverage and maximize this information as to how it's going to help us. The summary of it is what's going to help and add to the value of what we have in terms of our finance. All right, so please, you're going to just patient with me, pay attention, and so that we can write together. So welcome to PBX AI Tech Ecosystem, the three-in-one financial solutions. So our presentation centered on the following. Number one, AI in financial markets. Number two is liquidity edge in forex trading. Then passive, active, and residual income opportunity. Then tools available to achieving those opportunities, and then strategies for scalable business model. These are the five things I'm going to be exposing us to this morning. And so this is a context that for us to understand the purpose of this call and why are we so passionate about it. AI. What is AI? Most of us know AI to be just the usual context people talked about. And of course, I will always try to clearly differentiate AI from robot. So most of us, when you hear AI, we talk about robot. Now, the distinctive difference between AI and robot is the fact that robot is called pre-programmed solution. In trading or in financial market, let me talk about forex, crypto, and perhaps commodity. Robots in those areas has to do with pre-program, algorithm that actually pick one or two things, models of indicators, and then code with instructions. And so with that, you have the robot working, say, hey, when we have a cross of 20 EMA, above 50 EMA, enter. Then when we have a reduced reversal of that and double that your entry. For instance, if you take one entry, this time around, take the second entry in times two. We call it exponential. Exponential are good, but we're going to still show in this presentation how to leverage on exponential, which is called compounding or martingale to your advantage. So, but the point is this, a robot is definitely going to be obeying the coded instruction, not situational issues. And that's why not many of us probably if you have invested on robot for forex trading, especially EAs. Is it the fault? No. When the market continues to trend properly, either for selling or buying, your robot will be effective and you're going to be happy. That can give you result for 1 month, 2 months, sometimes 3 months, and you felt that, oh, you've gotten a eureka funded. But unfortunately, when the disaster will happen and we have fundamentals the power by volumes. Fundamentals bring about volumes, both in crypto and forex. And so once that happens, then you see that all of the blues you have, especially in forex trading, then turn to red until you have a margin call. And then you felt that this is a failure. I thought this is a robot, don't make mistake. What you don't understand is actually it was coded based on instruction, and that if otherwise market turn around the other way, it was not designed to be flexible and dynamic. It was designed to be robotic in nature, and that means you can use another language in our local parlance, zombie. It's meant to be a zombie. So it does not have the creative mind as human to feel that no, this is no longer funny. Can we change? It wouldn't change. As long as there's more fuel, it continued to fire up. And that's why we got our can blown. I thought, and I'm sure that knowledge was gotten. Now, when it comes to AI is more dynamic, flexible, and futuristic. So AI work, and that's the hybrid of EAs. AI is a hybrid of EAs. How does it work? AI work in a dimension at which it's able to collect the previous data, the current data, and still working with the future. And that's why AI is more predictive than the robot. AI is more predictive, and that's why today AI has taken the place of over 89% in trading of Forex and about 65% in trading of crypto. I quickly want to show you some data so that we can get understanding to an extent. So when we talk about AIs, so look at it, that AI as a solution, I hope we can see my screen, please. All right, AI as a solution, say AI power copy trading is poised to become a massive business in both Forex and cryptocurrency, evolving from a niche tool into a standard component of retail and institutional trading by 2026. It represents the next logical step in the evolution of trading, shifting from manually following experts to using AI to select, monitor, and diversify among the best providers. So 65% crypto volume driven by automated bot and algorithm estimated by 2026. Here is why AI copy trading is becoming a major business model. Now, so the point is this: AI is not what you actually think, because we know that when people hear about AI, what they think is about the chat GBT they listen to and all of that. And so, what's the fantastic thing about AI? Please, because we want to give a context. AI solution in global financial market, superior selection and risk management. Traditional copy trading often involves following human traders who may have a lucky trick but lack consistent risk management. AI improves this by number one, intelligent discovery. AI analyzes thousands of traders to identify consistency across different market cycles rather than just a recent high returns. Dynamic risk control. AI act as a protective layer, instantly scaling down exposure or disconnecting from a master trader if their risk parameters fall outside of the preset limit. So bias reduction. AI eliminate the emotional hesitation of humans, cutting losses faster and without sentiment. So then we have the high demand in crypto and forex, 247 crypto market. The crypto market never sleeps. And so AI are essential, for capturing and all of that. So you can see the AI has actually created a massive opportunity. Now, the solution, AI solution in global financial markets, so that you will not be left out, the context need to be communicated to us. So the key trend shaping the future, hyper personification. AI is moving towards creating custom-made, diversified portfolios based on an investor-specific risk tolerance. Hybrid intelligence. The future is a mix of AI precision with human strategy, where investors use AI to vet strategies while retaining final control over capital. This hybrid intelligence is one of the AI solutions we are going to present to you. Look at what it does: mix of AI precision with human strategy. So you can now see human sentiment of, okay, things are not longer the same way, then we're able to shift and not just, robotic all the way. So AI to vet strategies while retaining final control over capital. So the decentralized AI board return investors are gaining access to institutional grade tool via affordable, accessible subscription model. And in this discussion we want to have with you today, you are going to be accessing all of these things free. So don't let your mind catch fire, because we're going to be showing to you. All right. So one of the another fantastic thing about the AI is this aspect of uh, key trends shaping the future, like I've said, and then the risk management. Now, see, the integration of artificial intelligence, AI, into financial market has moved beyond simple automation to sophisticated empirical modeling. All right. So these are the things we explore in these AI activities. Number one, predictive analysis and pattern recognitions, sentiment and macro integration, and of course, the risk management. And so we'll talk about drawdown, and that's some of the things we're going to be shifting and sharing with you on the opportunity. So as I move further, I've told you the first thing about the AI. So why do I need to get curious about AI? Because it's dominating the financial market. The analog of you trading, yes, if you trade manually, you still make a lot of money. But we're talking about leverage. We're talking about opportunity around the whole thing. Then the next is called about liquidity edge in forex trading. You agree with me that most of us thinking about trading, you are very, very strong. You know market analysis. You can trade very fervently. You agree with me that trading with a very low capital is a very big stress, either we like it or not. However, you can't be a good risk manager with big fund if you don't know how to manage little fund. I think it's scriptural. Who will commit to you true riches when you are unfaithful in righteous mammon? So the reality is that when you are trading, the more liquidity you have, the better for you. That's called the power of leverage. But today, liquidity has changed concept, and not many of us do not know. Liquidity is usually limited to only institutional traders and banks. Now, what we have now is called what we call democratization of liquidity. If you don't know, now that is what is limited to only banks is now available, all right? What is limited to only bank institutions and all of that is now available to retail traders. What a disruption. And that's one of the lovely things. Okay, what you are supposed to be bothered about, AI is now doing it because you are bothering about how to learn how to trade by myself and all of that. Is it wrong? It's lovely to trade by yourself. But there are factors that, restrain and limit human for performance, emotion and all of that before you train yourself over that. Now, what about certain issues, unforeseen circumstances, illness, and some other factors can limit your exposure? And these are the things we don't actually look about and to maximize opportunity around this AIs. So liquidity edge in forex trading is one of the powerful things we're going to be giving to you today. And then you now see why some person who don't know up to you are making more than you. Because we always say what you know is very limited, it's very small compared to what you do not know. There are always unlimited of what you do not know. So that means what you know has a limitation to what you do not know. And so what you do not know is eventually even your elder brother, either you like it or not. So the more you look, the less you see. People are making insane money without having the knowledge you have. But you have the best knowledge, but you are not making insane money. The challenge is called leverage, no scalable environment. So which has to do with liquidity. The good news we have for you in the presentation we have for you today, we're going to be showing you how you can access liquidity and make a lot of money. Now, in doing this, so how to now achieve the presentation for you on passive income, active and residual income opportunity. If that is the case, what do we mean by those passive residual opportunity? Now, I quickly want to show you something about passive, all right, and active and residual opportunity so that with the context, you're able to draw something very, very important. So we say there are three typical ways of exploring the global financial market. Number one is called the passive income. Now, the passive income has certain features. So take note of that. It has low risk. I'm not talking, when we talk about passive income, it's not scam, Ponzi scheme. We talk about low risk, but low rewards, low stress, but high leverage. What do you mean by high leverage? It's a harm-free. You do not need to know what is called technical analysis. You don't need to know about macro news. Okay, today is a red envelope because CPI or no farm payroll. You don't need to know any of those things, and that's why it's a high leverage, low risk, low reward, low stress, high leverage. And over time, you can understand that everybody, both one who is trading, both one who is not trading, everyone need a passive income because it's a powerful leverage for us. Now, active income has to do with personal trading. All right. In the personal trading is high risk because you are going to expose yourself to a certain level, emotional and all of that. But it has a high reward. That's the truth. If you have blown account over and again and you're able to perfect your strategy, then you're going to make a lot of money. For instance, you can take $200 and flip it in the next 3 weeks. Or you can even take $200, you find some fantastic trade, and you flip it in less than 24 hours. Very possible. And you can take $200, you're a conservative trader, and you can take it to 1,000, 2,000 in just a matter of 3 weeks or 1 month. Very, very possible. But the thing is, we talk about high risk, high reward. And then, of course, for you to make that is high stress and low leverage. Why is it low leverage? Because it's a personal, we call it solo act. So solo act, you are going to involve your emotion, yourself, your time. You can't, let me, according to some of us in Nigeria, you can't flex. If you look at a trader, he makes some money unless you know how to zone your time. If not, you're on a chart, you're busy and all of that. And if you're not careful, you may work, another person will eat the money. So you have to understand. Is it bad? No. So that's why you need to hybrid your understanding in leveraging on both the passive income, the active income. Then the last is called the residual. The residual is low risk, high rewards, high stress, high leverage. Now, this stress is that an aircraft that's going to cruise in a high altitude, the taking off of such aircraft is going to be aggressive. So there's so much energy conversion for that aircraft to take off. The same thing, if you want to build a residual income with a good system, not Ponzi scheme, not scams, then you are going to put the work at first until the system get to autopilot. that you may not be able to control the money that will be coming in. And so these are the basic features. But we always say that in context, for you to really maximize anything you are doing in this industry and the opportunity we are showing to you, is that please understand what risk is all about. And we say risk is about probability of bad outcome. So it means in the financial market or when it has to do with business, buying and selling, it involves level of expect you can make loss. So which means potential loss of money in an investment or business operation. So it's natural, it's normal, it's by default. So you can't do anything about it. Then the next is you need to understand what leverage is all about. Leverage is simply opportunity for a multiplier effect, resulting in less effort, but more result. This is powerful. Then the next, if you must do business very well and then save yourself from Ponzi scheme and all of that, you have to understand what is control. Because there are questions people ask me about when we present the tool that will make you to achieve what we have underlisted. Then they ask me, how are you sure and all of that? I say, okay, what you should understand is, do I have a control? And what is control? Control simply means to exercise retraining or directing influence over. That's meaning to have power over something. So the red flag of any online system is lack of control. So any platform you come into, right, that you lack control, you are probably in a scam. How? If your money is not in the bank, because if it's in the bank, you have certain level of control. What's that control? Control to withdraw, control to deposit, control to transfer, control to do this. So that's bank. But they are the custody of that money, but you have right to instruct and say, I'm doing this, I'm doing this. That is what we call about control. The next is broker. Broker, for instance, if you are trading forex, you are trading stock, you have to now look at this. Is this a regulated platform system that is designed to do this? And for that, this is what I'm doing there. So you still have control to deposit, to withdraw, to transfer, to stop whatever operation that's running. And that's what we talk about control. Exchange. In exchange, which is it has to do with crypto, you deposit your money, you trade, you make money, you withdraw. At a point, you decide to say, okay, even whatever I've made and my capital deposited, I'm closing everything, nothing to stop you. Then the last is called wallet. Wallet has to do with place too that you a non-custodian, you keep in money at will, you pick it out and all of that. So if your business is not revolving around this four thing and you are doing online, I'm not saying it's a scam, but you probably lack control. And so once you lack control in any business you do, you have to be very careful. I hope somebody is learning because I want to give us a context at which why we do what we do. So passive income, you can see the futures around it. So now the question you probably want to ask, what are the tools? What are the tools available to achieving those components or opportunity I've just mentioned to us? Is on that note, we've gotten a tool that is disruptive in nature. Now, the tool solve the three problems. First, the tool solve the problem. We have an AI tool that will help you to trade to make passive income, not a Ponzi scheme, not a whatever, but to trade and make you consistent passive income on a daily basis. And then in a month, you can see something reasonable you have made without knowing anything about the financial market, without having any technical knowledge of about, without going around to start telling this person, let's do this and all of that. Number two, liquidity edge. If you know how to trade, or if you have a solution, a software that will trade for you, we have said if it's a passive income, you want to look at system that talk about risk control. And so if low risk is going to low reward, so you need an edge because our challenge is actually not the low risk or low reward. Our challenge is that we don't have enough liquidity. Because if you hear that somebody is going to give you 1%, you say, no, 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 that's rubbish. I'm not interested. And it's on that note, even you expose yourself to too much risk when you are trading with $100, $200. Because why? When you have done like 200 pips, you won't close the trade. Why do you not close the trade? You do not close the trade because you have not met the money you projected to make because it's always obvious. People with small money always think I want to hammer, but they have forgotten to say that the real hammer is in the hands of people with big liquidity. Only 10 pips is enough for somebody trading with $1 million. But if you are trading with $100, you will be looking for 20, 30, 40. In the process of looking for 20, 30, I saw something, let me just quickly, because this is an expose. I saw something, look at this market. This is a crypto. I'm sure somebody who was in this trade will be looking that I want to make more money until the market got here. I don't know what happened all of a sudden. There was a crash immediately. What do you think will happen to this fellow? He's going to lose money because he want to make so much. Now, the same thing now, and then somebody who actually have much money, that person is going to make this is an example of an AI for people who want to actively trade and make money. Now, so that means you can know technical analysis, and then something is still edging you to solve the problem of always being in the chart by yourself and all of that. Because the summary of everything we are saying, either you are a professional trader, you are whatever, the summary of what you are doing is to make money. No, there's somebody you are telling story. You say, save me from the story. What is the summary of the whole thing? Want to make money. That's it. Nothing more than that. Whatever knowledge you want to acquire, it's not schooling. Education in the market, in the financial market, is not schooling. If you are learning forex, it's not for certification and want to show people that have PhD in forex trading. No, what you show your PhD in forex trading is the money you make in the East. We have some group of people in the language in the East, they call them an Igbo group. Ndị Igbo na-akpọ ya akụ na-esi obi ike. So no matter what you are saying, that's why you say, Igbo people like money too much. No, anything you are saying, what is the summary? Do you bring money? No, then this is story. That is story. And then if you pretend it to say, okay, everything I'm doing is not money, education is better than money, can we debate it? Yes, because if you are not educated, it's a problem. I'm going to now ask, what is the end of your education? Just to be educated? Okay, if it's just to be educated, can you have education without money? You need money to acquire the education. So that means in all ramification, money is important. Money is at the center of it all. If you pretend it, you will suffer it. That's the truth. The earlier you understand it and remove yourself from some of those sentiment, religion, and all of that, and so say money is not important. After God, then the next is money. So whatever what you will study, you need money. Education is more important than money. Money is not important for me. Money is more important than education. Fairly so that means you don't want anybody to be. Don't worry. If you think education is more important than money, and money is not as important as education, those people who are setting up private schools, let them give the school free. They should give the education free. If they will run that school successfully, for the next 1 year, let them run it free. Even the people that are running charity organization, they go for people to donate money to them. So that means the center of it all is money. So no matter what you are studying, go and ask people who learn about technical analysis, trading forex, trading crypto, and all of that. Some of us are privileged to be there too. Now, the summary of what we are doing is more money. Forget about it. Me, I want to be the best in SMC. Okay. Nobody reward the best in SMC trading. In fact, people are making more crazy money. Their strategy cannot even be defined. I'd like you to know. If you ask them what's the strategy, say, nah, I just see a pattern that is repeated every time. As I enter, they give me the money. And they stay there and they are making insane money. I humbly by saying this, I'm not saying to mock anybody. If they put a professor of business management today here and they call Alhaji Amin, is it Aminu Dangote, and put him beside and say, go to somebody because you want to be prosperous, you want to make money, you want to do business successfully. So, how to be a successful businessman? This man is a successful professional. I'm not mocking the professionalism or whatever, but that is a man of certification and a man of proofs. It's only fools that thou proofs, according to Bishop David Oyedepo. So you are going to unashamedly, you are going to hold down with him. The people that will be behind Professor are going to be. So that means what you call reality is not real. When it comes to the damn time, you now know what's the meaning of reality, as it were. So every strategy we are doing, all this I mentioned, is that Felix, all these things you mentioned, how do we make money? Forget about it. And if I show you how much I've made, it's not an issue. Felix, you are showing us how much you made. How do we make our own? If you are carried away by one guy, let me just give us some person in the business model I want to show to you now. Last month, we're shouting that the guy is crazy and all of that. Some of you have attended some of our seminars that we do global seminar presentation. They call one guy a winner. Last month, he made within the 1st of April to the 1st of April to the 8th of April, the total volume in his organization was more than 15 million. He was the first person to build up volume up to $15 million deposit. And in the business model I'm going to show to you, they call something CPA. Now, the system said, okay, the volume you have gotten to our system, we don't do advert. We don't go to radio. We don't do social media advert. We pay those people who are involved in building their partnership business with us. So for that, for you to have gotten 15 million, it's already there. 7.5% of that volume that was deposited from your organization is going to be given to you at the end of the month if the volume is still there. Instead of the volume coming down, the volume increased. So, but with that volume of from 1st to 8th of that month, the young man has already earned himself $1,125,000 without jumping around to say, oh, come and do this and all of that. Why? The power of leverage. So I'm creating content for us to know what we are presenting to you is not blabbing, talking, or telling you hype, whatever. We're telling you practical what has happened, and which I'm going to show proof so that you see record and you do your own due diligence when we get to the tool we use. Now, why do I have to talk in this way? Quickly, I'll show you something very important because I've told you the strategy. So the next I'm going to go to is the tools available. But before going there, I quickly want to show you something that will clear your understanding as fast as possible. And then you now know why you need to be awake as fast as possible. All right. And a lot of friends have called me and said, hey, Felix, how do we actually maximize this opportunity at this market? And what does it have? And stuff like that, and stuff like here and there. I quickly want to share you something that's going to surprise you. And then let's go quickly. Right, let's go. I just want to show you something very, very important. Very, very important. Just a moment, guys. Sorry. Very important so that you have a context and then you are awake and tell yourself the reality. Oh, I've been just not really. What's this quickly? Let me go show you something very, very important. Okay, very, very important. Okay, sorry, guys. Okay. So let's go quickly. Now, so like I've just said, so these are the things we are actually exposing you to. But there's something I want you to check quickly about this opportunity. Now, let's look at something talking about leverage I talked about earlier. Now, I told you, I said the market disruption is what we're showing to you. So the tool that we use is called market disruption by a particular company that exposes us to the market disruption, which was called the leverage and AI. So say in recent times, the forex market is no longer just about buy and selling. So if all you know about forex is just, let me learn and trade, because there's a message given to us. When you hear about forex, you just hear about trading. No, forex is a model, and you have different departments there to make money. And the people who make much money are not traders. Oh, Felix, what do you mean? Traders are the best is not true. Traders are not the one that make the biggest money. But the unfortunate thing that traders are the one that enable that money to come. All right. So you should just reset your brain faster now. Now, we say in recent times, the forex market is no longer just about buying and selling. So that means if all you are doing, is it wrong to learn how to buy and sell? Yes. But if all what to put in your mind is how to just learn how to buy the currency pairs and sell it, you have made a very, very big mistake. What do we say? Say it has entered a phase of institutional democratization, where retail traders are gaining access to tools and capital structures previously reserved for the banks. Okay? So now why? Wealth building on forex is we have people, participant on forex, you have broker. Their business model in forex. They make more money than you that are trading, but they need you to make that money. All right? That's power of leverage. So these are people who teach you how to own lake and look for fishermen to fish for you. So if you own a broker, you have a lake. So fishermen will come and fish. Then we have other people who are bigger than broker. They are called liquidity providers. This liquidity provider, they don't run the business. They don't run any overhead cost. They just have a deal with you. I have money that is lying down doing nothing somewhere. How many percentage can you give to me at the end of the year? Okay, we'll give you 10%. Oh, 20% is okay. Oh, we'll give you 20%. Okay, it's okay, no problem. Take it. Sign MOU with you. Now, they are not surfacing anywhere. It can be your neighbor, it can be your friend, who you are saying, oh boy, come and learn how to trade forex. Say, man, I don't have that time. You look at him, what then you want to have? He has gotten enough liquidity somewhere. At a point, he struggle for that money, he make a lot of money, and he's more protective on that money. So he give to brokers. So as you are hustling and trading on the platform, every money they are making, because when you buy, commission is take. When you sell, that's what called spread. So then the bidding and all of that. So and the liquidity provider will determine how much gap and the spread that will happen in the broker. Most of you trade on different brokers. You see that the spread, raw spread, and all of that. That means those guys are having more what liquidity providers that can cover that. So they want to have more population that will trade. So the more fishermen they have in their lake, the more fishes they have. So they can be more generous than you that you are trading because it just rate of turnover they need for each person, and that's all. So when you think about trading and just like as the business, no. So we have people that are called regulators. Regulators run in the level of you know government and all of that. It's a business. Regulation is a business. Maybe you don't know. All the certification you are getting by that brokers are getting is money. They pay to get the certificate. It's not even the vetting that people do to that extent. You pay to get it. So that is money. That's part of the business on the same forest business opportunity. Then you have other people who are partners. They partner with broker. They don't necessarily need to have whatever, and then they spread the good news of that broker. They make money. They are in the business. So these are the things we want you to know. So examples of leverage. Leverage are in two ways: money leverage and people leverage, but they are plugged into a system. So if you understand a system, plugging into it, you can leverage with your money. You have bulk of money, you leverage. You are a liquidity provider, you are leveraging. You are whatever, you are leveraging. Then people leverage is another model. Now, quickly, let me show two examples of people leverage and two example or one example of money leverage. Now, example of people leverage is Aliko Dangote. Let's quickly look at it. Dangote Group leverage on people by paying for about 8 hours productive hours of these people. We have checked that Dangote average is about 40,000 staff in his organization. Now, he's leveraging on their 8 hours, but he paid for it. So that means Dangote doesn't have 24 hours in a day. Dangote had 320,000 hours in a day. So a man with 330,000, a man with 320,000 hours a day will build wealth more than you. So by understanding the secret of leverage and borrowing people's time without collateral, without interest, it doesn't pay them interest. He just paid them, I'm going to pay you this. Do you agree? They jump at it. After all, they wrote letter, I humbly hereby apply to be your driver. Okay, this is how much I'll pay you. Oh, correct. If you argue, another person's at the gate to take it, and that's simple as possible. That's Dangote, but he must have the infrastructure. So Dangote create the system himself and create the infrastructure, so he's not plugging into a system. So he go to run overhead cost. We have another guy example. It's called Ivan Monica Tapia. He's in US. Go and research about him. He's a business builder in MLM and all of that. As of early 2026, Ivan and Topia are recognized as top-tier network marketing leaders with a massive global organization with one source indicating their team size is nearly 100,000 people. Now listen, either you like it or not, these 100,000 people are his employee. They are working in his organization, either you like it or not. So if you are not intentional with your business, you may lack understanding. If you're just looking at, I'm a network marketer, I'm an upline, downline. No. If you don't understand business model, you will jeopardize the whole thing. So what did he do? So 100,000, that means even that plug into an existing system have more staff than Dangote. Dangote have to make a lot of profit and then pay his staff. Either he makes some profit sometime, he will still look for money to pay the staff. But this guy have this number of employee, 100,000 staff, and he's not the one paying them. The system he plug into pay him and pay those people. So, but these are his employees, and he's going to be making money without overhead cost. His organization size, their team is estimated to be nearly 100,000, particularly in strong Spanish-speaking regions across Latin America and different company affiliation. Owners, Igenus, formerly Cuvera, also as associated with iMarket, this iMarket Live in their company. Then Rich, they have developed distributors and customers in over 70 countries, covering regions in the USA, Latin America, Europe, Asia, and the like. All right. Impact. The couple has mentored thousands, assisting over 300 people in earning a monthly income exceeding average of $10,000. Then that means other may be earning 1,000, 2,000, and all of that. They are frequently ranked among the top highest paid network markets globally, with estimated monthly earning of $1.5 million. Now, listen, this guy is known because his information is general, but I just told you that the system I want to show to you, somebody in last month, one source of his income gave him 1,125,000. From the reliable information I've gotten today now, the person is likely going to make not other income, not his passive income, but residual income is likely going to make $3 million this month, likely, if not more than. Now, these two people leverage on people, but you can understand what we mean by structure. One plug into a system, one create the system and pay overhead cost. Now, let's look at example of money leveraging. You've been hearing about $10. Many of us don't study these people. How do they amass wealth? $10 leverage on money. But before you can leverage your money, you must have built the money. The same $10 was broke at a point in time. The same $10 was just a distributor, diesel distributor with his company before start scaling up. But the same $10 now is seated on a chairmanship of a big giant company in Nigeria. $10 is the majority shareholder and chairman of FBN Holding, parent company of First Bank of Nigeria, having aggressively increased his stake to over 18% by early 2026. He consolidated this position through major share acquisition, including a significant 40% stake acquisition in July 2025, following a boardroom battle, making him the dominant investor holding. You can take this calculator and go and do it later and know how much he's seated on in First Bank alone. And he does not have only that shares. 8.05 billion shares. Go and calculate it by 1 unit of the share. I think 1 unit of First Bank now should be average of how much. So I like figures. I don't play with figures. Let's look at it. First,
Over 75 naira.
over 75 naira. Okay, so I just want people to see it so that I will not blab. Now, somebody is seated in 8.05 billion. Now, First Bank now is 79 naira per shares. So multiply 79 naira times, just don't even add the 5. 8 billion, 8 billion times 79 naira. 8 billion times 79 naira. That's what I want you to understand. So the context is this. This is one part of the share. Now I have another man which I'm have to now show us the tool we use in achieving this. Adebayo Ogunlesi. He acquired London Gatwick Airport in 2009 for £1.455 billion. Also acquired London City Airport and Gandus Airport, making him a dominant figure in UK. He's a Nigerian aviation infrastructure. Ogunlesi operates a private equity firm called Global Infrastructure Partners, GIP, which now, he now decided to change the narrative. Man, I don't pay overhead costs, tired. I now understand the power of leverage very much. Now, he later put up the whole infrastructure for a sale, and a company called BlackRock acquired in 2024, valuing about $12.5 billion. But now that's not the issue. He has sold the whole company. What did he want to do? He want to run away? No. He sold the whole company. BlackRock now is in charge. He's not in charge, but see what happened. He used the same money to own the largest shares in the same company, still making him to maintain senior leadership role in the company without overhead cost. How many of you want to change your financial status? Now, lo and behold, the tool I have for you to achieving this thing, there are two of them. The two of those tools that achieving this is first, we have a company referred to as what? Tag Market. Tag Market is a broker, licensed and regulated. If you want to see their license, you can check it by yourself. Licensed and regulated in Mauritius, and not just a company, not somebody was telling me, the platform, I hope they, when would they go so that I can quickly. No, please, if that's your mind, don't even start. This is regulated, this is licensed and regulated to operate. This is a broker. In Mauritius, you can check, the MT5 is fully licensed. So when you have account on Tag Market, you are fully licensed to open it and log in to your MT5. So this is Tag Market that say, okay, we have come with solution to the problem people are having. First solution is education. We give you free education. If you go to your back office, those of you are registered and go to academy, you are going to see live trading section, information, training is free. You are not paying a dime. It's free. That's number one. But just like what Dr. Marcy was telling us yesterday, the education is made free, but people are not even going for the education. That's to tell you what people are looking for that pretend to come to your class to be learning. I know many of you are education provider. Many people come to your class after paying the mentorship fee. They don't even show up all the time. Why? When they see a place where somebody is making money without knowing anything about it, they brand there and say, man, that learning, I thought forex trading is easy. Man, it's not easy, it's very difficult. I beg, I don't want to die before my time, according to Nigeria Pigeon. I don't want to die before my time. That place they pay you well without doing anything. So I beg, how can I join? I'm speaking from life experience and practicals. Because there are so many bills on the table that the man is looking at, staring face to face, and so he need money. And so this guy say, okay, we'll give you free education. That's not all. Oh, you want to be active trader? We'll give you signal. So if you are listening to me, probably you don't know. You're on Tag Market, you're on this platform, you don't know that we have. After now, chat with your leader and ask if you know you have funded your account. Ask your leader, please, can you give me the link to the Tag Market Signal group? It's free. You are not paying anything to use it. It's free. They give you free. And I can tell you they must have dropped signal this morning. If you are there, I'm sure they must have dropped a lot of signal this morning and people have traded and make money. Free, they are not charging you. But that's what to pay $150, $200 monthly in another place just to have access to the signal and other things. So, secondly, the educators they provide for you. Okay. The educator, okay, I've seen now they say, oh, watch, do you catch it? 120 pips done on gold. Is gold they give all the time? Okay, I saw another one they posted, wow, 360 pips. Are we profit or what? Yes, we are profit. 260 pips. Oh, wow. Oh, 200 pips. Boom, boom, boom. This morning, what did it say? Oh, still in gold. Come on, gold. Okay, 80 pips this morning. 50 pips this morning. Still liking the sell. They have sold gold this morning and they are in profit. They are making money. They sold gold and they are making money because probably they are scalping their gold. I'm sure they sold gold from here and then they have made money, making money. So, what would you love stress? Just want to be stressing yourself at all time? No. The summary of everything you are doing is to make money. Because if you're not making money, it's not making sense. And that's what Tag Market say, okay, we come to solve. He say, where trader come to win? How would they win? We teach them free. Don't pay. We give you signal free. Don't pay. And they didn't even censor you to know either you are even using Signal on their platform. It's your choice if you like. Open another broker and using it to trade. They don't even monitor you. That's one. So, okay, is it enough? No. People may not know how to trade, they have Signal, but the money they have is too little. That's why Tag Market created different types of account. Please, this is a broker, regulated broker. So operate different account. You can open zero account and trade by yourself. You can open pro account and trade by yourself. You can open cent account and trade by yourself. Islamic account and trade by yourself. But they saw that not everybody is profitable. They are struggling. How about we have partnership with system that can make them copy them? That's what we talk about copy expert. But copy expert is that, okay, let's solve the problem of liquidity. That's what I talk about liquidity edge. So the liquidity edge this platform provide for you is that, oh, welcome. We've seen that one of the liquidity edge prop firm had come to actually solve, but yet they didn't solve it in totality, is that prop firm saw that people were learning how to trade, but they don't have enough fund. And that was what brought about proprietary firm. That's another business model. Can you see now? Broker, proprietary, liquidity provider, you can even say mentorship too is part of the business model. IBs, these are business. So if you think it's buy and selling, that's all. No, you can now see that. But the center of it all, if there are no trading, money will not be made because depositing money is not business. I can decide to pick the money out. The money is not used for anything. So that means no business took place. No business take place, no profit will be made. Please remove your mind from those Ponzi platform that you join and you deposit your money in their back office, and after the 24 hours, you see the money will be reading, and you are make $10 today and all of that. From where? Which business deal? Which exchange? What happened? And be careful, most of us, anybody giving you any business model, and you cannot actually see in clarity where is the money generated from, you are just doomed. You have put yourself in a very big problem. It's not about being paid, it's about where is the money paid coming from. Because the joy many of us will be shouting about Forex market, we said the transaction that happened in a day, 24 hours in Forex, it's about $7.2 trillion capital in 24 hours. Where do you think that transaction volume go to? It go to different plugin of systems. So if your system is plugged into such flow of money, then you now make money. But if you deposit money to some back office and there's no place where that money is fused into the system of that flow and you are making money, you will soon cry, because when no dull Peter, Paul will soon cry, because robbing Peter to pay Paul is what most of those things do. And it's just a question of time. Time reveals, time heals, and time tells. And so these are the things. And so when you come into a system that you plug in into a platform where money is made, you will know the difference. Number one, your income will not be regular. Sometimes you will not make any money because no business deal. Sometimes you make so much money because there was a business deal. And that's exactly what this platform has said. So this platform say, okay, we have seen prop firm, and many of you will agree with me. If you are not a highly professional trader, even if you are, but your style of trading is not on regimentation, don't go for prop firm. Because many of you have funded your prop firm, you have done up to 10 prop firm, but you have not withdrawn. I'm speaking from experience. I know a number of people who probably have done 10 prop firms and they have not withdrawn, but you have been depositing. What makes sweetness in business, especially in Forex, is that when you deposit, you need to withdraw more than your deposit over time. But if your deposit is more than your withdrawal, you are in a big problem. But we have people who they are depositing every day, every time. Today they blow an account, they look for another $500 to buy another prop firm. They blow the account again. That you even pass the evaluation, you may not sustain the live account because there are too many conditions. But why are those conditions? It's not free money. So you have to work for it. You work your ass out. And again, any prop firm, few prop firm are connected to live account. Most prop firm are simulation. What do you mean by simulation? It's a demo. So it's not connected to that flow of 7.2. Don't deceive yourself. If you are doing any prop firm, maybe very scanty few. All the money you are doing there is on demo. You are only practice. That's why some prop firm fold up eventually when they don't have liquidity provider. Because the business they are doing is that the calculation of human emotion that after 500 people are registered, we may only have 10 people that will pass at a go. Now, out of this, the number of people that will fail and buy up to 3 times are high. They are very high. Then when they now pass and go to life, chances that half or 70% of them will still fail that life and go back again to buy, maybe at discount, is very high. So it's those money that come together that they pay you from. Don't say I tell you today. Don't say I tell you. Don't say, oh God, they are not going to do profit again. No. If you still sharpen your edge, it's still okay. You still make money. But I'm just telling you certain secret. It's a business model. After all, scripture have confirmed me that we shall take, he said, those that have more, we shall be given more to have abundance. And those that do not even have, he said, the little they have, we shall take from them and give to those that have. Is that not wickedness? Well, the Bible write them there. Why? Yes, because that is because the mindset of an average person does not know how to multiply money. They can make money, but they can't multiply it. So what this platform say, okay, we are changing the narrative. That's what we call the disruption. The disruption, the narrative, we have changed it. We are not giving you advanced demo. We are giving you real liquidity money. So what should you do? Depot, register on this, fund your account. I use a case study of $1,000. I will give you amplify account. That is what we call leverage in crypto future trading. If you have trade future trading, why do you go for future instead of spot? Because you know that when you go for futures, you have opportunity to leverage. You have $100 and you go to 20x or 50x, meaning my $100 by 20x will give me exposure of 2,000. So Bitcoin just need to do 1% move. Then the person on spot will do 1% of his $100. You too, you do 1% of your $100. But because you are on an amplification or leverage, it's going to be $1, which is the 1%, multiplied by 10 or 20, which is going to be $1 times 20. That means you have done $20. That means in the same market, in the same exchange, in the same time, with the same amount, the same movement of the market, somebody did only $1. You did $20. So the more you look, the less you see. So that means you cannot underwrite leverage. It's powerful. It's important. If you refuse to understand it or you ignore it, it will deal with you because you suffer it for a very long time. Somebody who do not know up to you, but he know the power of leverage, he will engage you to trade for him and he will pay you because he's going to leverage. Whoever have the liquidity owns the market. In the West, that is in the Yoruba land in Nigeria, they make one language, a proverb. Olowo, olowo lolowo, meaning the person who has the money owns the business. If I lie, check what Otedola did. First Bank will have been fizzled out from the capitalization. So he came and rescued them. So where there are problems, that's where money is. So it was already glaring. Apart from his share he holds, you don't know the condition he gave to First Bank. I hope you know. You don't know the deal. You don't know the deal the guy leveraged. So First Bank was already at the red eye. They will have scrapped them to maybe a regional bank and all of that. First Bank of 4 people. And then he came and said, you know what? I'm selling my Gregu oil shares. I'm plugging it to this build. Listen, when he was plugging in that shares, price of First Bank was about 31 naira per shares. And immediately dumped that money in, the shares jack up to 54 naira per shares. And of course, there was what we call managerial evil. The money went up and now recapitalized back to 41, 40 naira, 39 naira. Many of you don't know what has happened within this window, but we understand how the financial game is played. So there was a problem, there was a crisis. He switched in, took advantage of it. Now, you may be a market analyst, business analyst. Him is not. He just know there's a problem, we need to fix it. As I'm fixing it, he will have called the meeting. This is this. Apart from my shares, apart from the dividend you give, apart from this, when this, I'm going to be having zero. I didn't say he told me, but I'm just telling you things that happen in the financial market beyond your understanding. So this is what tag market have done. Tag market say deposit your $1,000, we amplify it to 12 times, which means your $1,000 is going to be up to $12,000. If you want to trade, go ahead and trade. The only condition we'll give to you, please don't lose 10% of that amount we amplify that money to. 10% of 12,000 will be 1,200, which is more than your deposit. Now, the other condition that your deposit is your money. You didn't buy it. We are not prop firm that you pay and we don't refund you. Your money is your capital. The only condition is that it's already in a pool. Since it's connected to our pool, the window period for the pool is 30 days. So for the next 30 days, either you trade or you don't trade. You make up your mind that I don't want to trade again. The first 30 days is the liquidity pool condition. You can't withdraw it the first 30 days. After 30 days, you say, I'm not trading with you people. Take your money, go away. But of course, you should know that in that first 30 days, we have used your money for business. I hope you know that. Because now your money is in a pool. We are using it to trade for that 30 days. And so you decide, say, I don't want to trade. No problem. We will use it to trade. After 30 days, come and collect your money. No interest, no collateral, no problem. Collect your money, withdraw your money and go. I've never seen system like this. That's crazy. Now, that is one aspect. Now, me talking to you and anyone who must have prospective to talk about it, there's what we call leverage of community on the same system. So we have leverage of community instead of 12x, we have leverage of community. But before the leverage of community is the fact that if you don't want to trade by yourself with these 12x, that is where this platform come to play, called Sonic AI. And I'll quickly do that. Sonic AI will trade for you, you hold your peace. And Sonic AI will trade, and Sonic AI trade for institution, and so they don't do high leverage, high this. It's a low risk and low reward. Meticulous trading. How do we prove that? So now the community trading, we have a token that we have a special and exclusive deal with Tag Market to amplify our own money to 20x instead of 12x. So what that means is if you deposit your 1,000 and you do not belong to a community, you are not going to have access to more than 12x, which is a big deal, a good one. But you have access to community, we give you the token, you have access to 24. What it means is that if you trade and AI is going to be trading for you, and I will show you how the results actually are populated. Now, so why do I need to believe in this? Are there no company doing better than Sonic AI? So Sonic AI is what we use in trading on Tag Market. We have many solutions, but we chose to work with Sonic AI. Now, quickly, why do we choose to work with Sonic AI? Number one, we have checked the track record of Sonic AI since 2024. There hasn't been any losing day. There hasn't been any losing month. But Sonic AI don't do more than average. We have calculated it. Sonic AI have not done more than average of 1.1%. It doesn't make sense, right? Yes. It looks rubbish. 1%. Is that what I'll be working on? Now, this is the magic. Sonic AI have not done more than 1.17% on the average for the past 18 months. But secondly, what about the risk? It's not about the profit. The problem again is the risk. Now, Sonic AI have not lost cumulatively, total drawdown of Sonic AI cumulatively for the past 18, now we're in 19th month. Sonic AI have not had up to 1% total drawdown. So that means the risk of your money get blown with Sonic AI is less than 1% in the next 18 months, as if they maintain the speed. And if they refuse to maintain it, checking your statistic, Sonic AI have not lost trade 3 times back to back, up to 3 times back to back. So, and the way they expose their trade, if you are running on 12x, chances of your account get blown because of the condition given by Tag Market. We talk about the chances of your account get blown is about 78 times. In statistics, they call something risk of ruin. Chances of that money go flat, that they will start calling you for margin call, is that Sonic, with their strategy, they are trading conservative. They need to lose trade 78 times back to back. And since we have not experienced back to back up to 3 times, the day you start seeing that Sonic is losing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, then you can unplug. Because that's the control we're talking about. Say, no, if like say something, they have hacked Sonic server. Please let's unplug and relax first until this storm is over. But imagine you come into a platform that you don't have control. They say your money is locked in for the next 200 days. Whatever thing they are doing, their account get blown. That is the thing. So 78 times if you're on 12x. If you are on 24x, because it's 5% exposure, then they should lose trade 39 times back to back without any win. Then your money will go flat. But we have not experienced that. So that's why we chose Sonic AI. Number one, the track record, not modulated. You can go by yourself, not my portal. You can open your phone and go to my Facebook and search in the search button like this and type Sonic AI. You can type it like this and say Sonic AI that Felix is lying about. Then you see Sonic AI in the system. Click it, it will pop up. And you see this record we are showing. So this is not hidden to Felix alone, not only to Felix friend alone. Okay, so if that's the case, so we have confidence of low risk, low reward. So we are not running. Dr. Amati will always tell us that forex market is not going anywhere. So why are you in a haste? As far as we have different countries of the world with their different currencies, now there are going to be continuity in different prices of currencies moving against one another. So why don't you settle down? Why are you rushing? What are you looking for when the market is going nowhere? Is it not better you take it one step at a time than jumping in now and say you want to hammer? And that's why we chose Sonic AI. You can see our choice of Sonic AI is the track record we have seen. And Sonic AI has been trading with institutional investors. Now, coming to have exclusive deal with Tag Market is another bigger thing for us. So you have access to liquidity, and then you have access to solution to trade the liquidity. So you hold your peace while Sonic is doing the dirty job, and then we'll say we make what we call sleeping allowance. Now, the next thing I'm going to do now is to go into the platform. I don't know if they have traded today. They might have not traded. So understand that Sonic does not trade every day. You say, that means it's bad. No. If the conditions are not suitable, they won't enter market. Because in trading, we always tell people that you need to realize, first of all, that you are, first of all, a risk manager. All right? You need to be, first of all, a risk manager before a trader. And that's why the three steps of trading is number one, protect capital. Number two, secure profit. Number three, trade with profit. You may want to write it down. That may help you. First is to protect capital. Second is to secure profit. And third is to trade with profit. I think this aligns with what Warren Buffett told us. And what is getting me crazier into before what Warren Buffett told us is this thing. If you're in Nigeria, you're in Africa, this will challenge you. We have different Ghana CD, Nigeria Naira, South Africa Rands, somebody Yen, and so many different shilling in Kenya and all of those things. Now, yet by world standard as financial status, we are rated on dollars. And now this is what they said. If you are making anything less than $1,500 a month, up to $1,500, they say you are a poor man. And I've been saying this, why I didn't argue or struggle to align with this, I've always said, if you're a millionaire in Naira, you are a glorified poor man. You can say Felix is too harsh. It's not harsh. Let me tell you why. If you want to know that you are a glorified poor man, if you are a millionaire in Naira, ask a man that is earning in Naira and send his children abroad for schooling. They didn't change the school fees. So. No, they didn't change it. It's just that your source of income is weak. So you have loads volume of that money, but to the standard money. So if you like it, be angry with it, is this world system. It's about kingdom, dominance. And so that's what you need to understand. So imagine you are in Nigeria and they are measuring you with dollar. If you are smart, you will look for a way to make money in dollar and spend in naira. So that means the jackpot, you don't even need to jackpot. Some people have jackpot. Some people are now struggling, I want to jackpot, but some people jackpot. Why? So let me make money in dollar. Even this fuel price we're talking about. Hey, fuel is too expensive and all of that. They're selling 1,350 naira per liter. It's still less than $1. Let's call it $1. So that means just $1. So let's make it to say that if your currency is strong, so that means fuel is supposed to be 1 naira with the current price. But because it's weak, so the solution is not to make more money in naira, is to find way to make money in dollar, no matter how small. If they are now rating me and you and the standard of our living as on dollar, then I should be smart enough to look for a way to make money in dollar. And I don't need to jackpot to make money in dollar because of what? The global financial market that make it possible for me. It does not know race. It don't know where you come from. As I plug into MT5 this morning now, it doesn't know where I'm logged. Who is Felix? It don't need to know. What you need is password. Account ID and password. I log in. Whatever has happened, somebody is in Dubai, somebody is in America, somebody in Canada now, they are connected to the same system we're talking about. We are making the same money. So the difference in their own is that as they make their money in Canada, they will spend it in dollar. As they make it in fact, in what's it called? In Britain. So they will spend in pounds. So that means the dollar will be lesser than their standard of living in Japan, in Britain. So these are the things we sit down to understand. So let's make money in dollar. So and I ask people, I say, okay, where do they say you are now comfortable? Because they say if it's 3,000, you are still a low income earner. They say if it's 4,005, they are stably paid. They say if it's 6,000, you are middle class. So let me say, I want to just be comfortable. I don't want to become a millionaire. Just be comfortable so that you can pay your bill and all of those things. So stable source of income, that's called cash flow. They are saying you should be earning up to $9,000. Now, if you convert it to naira, that's average of 12 million naira. Now, the question you ask is that how many people are above the poor? That's about 2 million naira, and they say you are poor. The question is asked, but people are clamoring of minimum wage. So, but there are somebody is saying that 2 million naira, you are still a poor person. So that means don't discourage people any minimum wage. You are in an abject poverty. So it's not an insult, but it's a reality of life. If it's not reality, you know what you are struggling every month. And so if you want to be comfortable, you should be thinking of towards making $9,000 in a month. So this is the route I now give to you. How do I make $9,000 in a month? How? Now, I have a tool for you. This tool is going to help you. But how do I now go about it? There's an emergency. It's a state of urgency. How do I scale myself to make $9,000 in a month? I'm not saying weekly, because in this system where people are making $9,000, we have just somebody now who have the volume he has now is going to make him average about 3 million, not his passive income, building business intentionally, $3 million in this month. So that means automatically, before you can call yourself a millionaire, they say you should be making average of $1 to $2 million a year. So that means it's more than a millionaire. Because if it's going to make average of $3 billion this month, it may not come regular like that. Maybe some month it make 1 million, some month it makes it. So it's already above a millionaire. So it's working around multi-millionaire. Just plugging into someone's system without paying overhead costs. So why do we get crazy about that? We got crazy about what this man says about the rules for money. He said, first, don't lose your capital. That means protect capital. It has a psychological effect when you lose your capital. That's why when I look at some person, I just do that. I say, no, capital must be preserved. If you want to understand this, come to the eastern part of Nigeria, of the people we call the business people in Nigeria. You can't deny it. We have other people that are doing business, but it's obvious. So when an Igbo man is born with business. So if you want to understand, don't lose capital, go to Onitsha and meet Onitsha main market man. No matter how he loves you, no matter how we share any information together, no matter how that thing is, when that money had dropped to his capital, no matter what to say, that money will not come out. Why? He's not ready to lose his capital. He can lose anything, but that capital, it's not going to work. That's a man who understands what the part of capital is. Because you know what? He suffers so much to build that capital. Business can crumble. That does not mean that capital. It can flex, not enter that capital. You touch anywhere part of his body, but don't go to that capital. And he's counting his capital. We always say that man, when you are greeting him, he won't stop if he's calculating his capital. You say, brother, God bless you. Dear, good morning, sir. He's now counting 1, 2, oh, 3, oh, my brother. Because you are distracting him because he's on his capital. That's to tell you how important capital can be. Now, but there's something very important that we now say you need to learn. It's called the power of compounding. Now, I want everybody to read this. If you have danced and said, the power of compounding is what Warren Buffett say here. He say, let time turn small amount into big wealth. He say, why? He says small gains add up exponentially. He say early start, huge advantage. Then he say interruption, kill growth. So that means you need to be intentional. So quickly, I want to see if Sonic have traded today or not. So I quickly will share with you. Then we now wrap up and show you how do you plug in. And I know somebody must have invited you to this call. I'm going to share with us. So let me see if Sonic have traded today. If they have not, perhaps they didn't see any suitable condition to take a trade. But then we'll now look at some proofs of their trade. So quickly, they have already. These people,
Money has dropped already.
Holy Spirit. This is something else. These people will cause problem for us. So they are just trading. They don't even spare anybody. Okay, let me take account of $200, ladies and gentlemen. So this account of $200. So they have traded today, and that has given profit of $1.23 on my 200. You can do the mathematics. I'm not good in mathematics. I'm good in money. So $1.23. If it's $1, that is 0.5% of $200, if I'm not mistaken. So that means about 0. How many? 0.6 or 0.7% already done. So 0.7% on $200 or thereabout, if you calculate it, they have done that. Now, this account was created. I want to go to the total. This account was created on the 2nd of February this year, 2026, all right? And now, today is 13, if I'm not mistaken. Today is 13. The total profit this account has made, because it was not compounding, is $156. And what was the money deposited? $200. It was amplified. You can see $144 have been withdrawn. Maybe the other one that start earning this week is still there. I'm just showing you. I don't need to lift my hands to do anything here. Power of leverage. That's one. Let me show another account. So this account I just showed now is $200. Let me show account of $5,000. Okay, let's look at the account of $5,000. So look at it, account of $5,000. So let's look at it today. The same time, the same strategy, the same platform, the same solution, but different involvement has given, excuse me, different involvement has given $31.30 or Genekwana. I think this one are village people. So this is $31.30. $31.30 this morning. Now, let me show you. This account was created last month, beginning of last month, on the 1st of April. Till today is 13th. 1st of April, 1st of May, 1 month. Today is 13th. So that's maybe 1 month and 2 weeks or 1 month. And this account has made $2,107. It's not up to 2 months. So that means 1st of June, this account will be 2 months. I will still show us what it has made. This is total profit made. Of course, by the time they take 70%, 30%. So, but this is the total profit, gross profit made, 30%. And then I do nothing. I'm not going to do anything. Conservative trading. Okay? Now, so the bigger the head, the bigger the headache. Let me show you a bigger account, and then I will show you how to get in. This account gets started with this 20 since this account gets started. Now look at this. This account of 100,000 plus or thereabout. This has made how much? $7,402. The bigger the hair, the bigger the hair. This is a big account. But this account did start with this volume of money. Let me show you something. This account started October 4th, 2020. October 4th, 2020. Let's go there. This account started October 4th. All right. October 4th, 2026. So October 4th. This is 10. Okay, 4th. October 4th. Oh, sorry about that. 2025, October 4th. So this is 13, so let's go. Now, this account was compounding and has compounded up to $829,661. Now, what was deposited was $99,100. And that was amplified 24x to 2,388,000 and was compounding since that last year, October. All right. So the month of May, 4th of May, made this 6 months. And look at the money that is raining in the system. That means the total capital now has risen to $829,000. So, ladies and gentlemen, it's not to just hype you, it's to show you what we have seen and then show you how you can plug in. Most people, when they ask me, how much have you made? I say, I can decide not to share with you what I've made, but of course, I need to like show you record so that you can testify. Because if I ask so many persons who are already plugged into this system on this forum now, they can tell you one story or the other of how far since they have started, what have they seen? Number one, they have seen what we call consistency. All right, they have seen consistency. Now, I will log in as, for example, so quickly because I'm wrapping up, and then you are going to get back to whoever that invited you. You can see I took my time to be detailed and for you to understand what we are taking advantage of. Now, so many persons have asked me questions. I just show you somebody with 199,500 was compounding. So when I see people with some money, $100, $500, and they'll say, this money is so big. I'm not saying it's not big, but you know the challenge is that nothing is too expensive, it's just that you cannot afford it. What to say is expensive is what someone is looking for at all costs. And when he saw it, he's asking, do you have more? Thank you very much. After buying it, he will thank. It has happened to me and I will show you. And that's why we're not playing with this opportunity. It has happened to me and I will show you. You bought something. Somebody is complaining that it's too expensive. But you say, bring more. Do you have more? You say, no, we have finished the one we have. This is the only one we have. The price the person call, you didn't price it. It's not as if you are irrational. Most of us who are economists, you say, this guy is so irrational, he didn't even price it. Or guy, you don't know where it's coming from. Where it's coming from, they are selling times 10 of what the price they call for him. Before the seller changes his mind, he quickly pay. You are now ranting and talking now. Wow, people are so stupid, people are so irrational. You better help yourself. How people waste money? Who told you? Because the person who take Peace Mass, is a boss to Lagos. We look at the man who pay 400,000 naira for airpiece as a waste. But the man who pay 400,000 naira look at you as like, oh, you subject yourself to stress. Somebody is paying for inconveniences, but you subject yourself to inconveniences, insecurity, and all of that. He said, no, I can't afford. I can't joke with that. All right. And so the person who take Peace Mass and somebody who enter airpiece, they can't be friends, even though all of them are in peace. Peace Mass, airpiece, they enter similar name, but they can never meet. They are parallel. Somebody is on the air, somebody is on the ground. How can they meet? They are parallel. And these are the things that sometimes when we don't think, you don't leave your comfort zone. I'm so comfortable where I am. I don't stay. No breakthrough person, productive people are comfortable. They are not. They are just looking for what's the next move and all of that. Now, look at this. This is what we encourage people to do. I will show you an account now. Now, this is an account when you register. This is what we told people. Maximize the opportunity before it's too late. I just hope the network, if it's not congested, maximize the opportunity before it's too late. How do I mean by that? When you come in, some people have asked me this question. That's why I'm opening this. When you open your account, don't do one connection. Do more than one connection. Have multiple connections. If you have children, your children name, right? Create different strategy and have a file, write those strategy in their name. You can't change the name here in the back office here to them. Look at this person now. Look at this person. How many strategy? One, two. This is for new. But let's look at the Sonic. One, two, three, four, five, six. Now let's look at it. This is 69 point something dollars. That means this account start from $10, but it has been compounding. This one, it has not been producing anything reasonable. So we even think of if we close it or not, but we don't want to just bother ourselves. Now, this one is $200, right? Look at it. If you want to reinvest now, it's about 3.79. It can be reinvested. Now, this is $5,000, right? If you want to reinvest now, it can be reinvested. Okay, network conjunction. If you know, you see about 1,000 something dollars. All right. This account of $10 that just started not long because we only prove to people, then it can be reinvested when it's up to $1. This account start from $90.5. Then it can be reinvested if it's up to, so this is 1 point something. So I'm going to type 1.27 and it's with intentionality. I'm intentional. I say complete, it's upgraded. As it's upgraded now, you see 96.51. So that means what will be working now is no longer 95 that we saw there before. It's going to be 96.51. The amplifier had increased automatically because it's on the strategy existed and all of that. Now, so these are the things. This is a back office trading, making money. So when I said to people, if you want to, the best you can do. Now I'm telling you how now, because I'm giving you the tool, I'm giving you the narrative, and I'm giving you the tool, I'm giving you the strategy. When you create your account, let's say you want to start with $10,000. I like good figure. So you now know, okay, $10,000 is what I want to start with. Okay, let me put $8,000 in a bulk. Or let me put 5,000 in one, 2,000 in one, 3,000 or 2,001, then 1,001. So 2,000 and 5,000. So the particular 1,000, just call it your business infrastructure that you are going to compound for the next 5 years. The other 5,000, you can call it your family need and all of that. Because you can see that $5,000, 31 point something dollars this week. So on average, in $5,000 on average in a month, can give you average of, let's say, the net profit. Let's just say average in a month, you may be making around $900 to $1,000 net profit after the Sonic have taken their 30%. So if I have 5,000 somewhere, I'm making average of $900 to $1,000 every month. Calculate it in Naira. So if you compound more so that you want to go above poverty people, because if you are still earning less than 1.5, you are poor. You want to go to stably paid. No, low income earner. So you have to make above 1.5. So probably you say, okay, let me compound or intentionally put the 1,000. But it's not a problem. I cannot get there now. Over time, so give yourself like 5 years. And we have a slogan in our ecosystem, we call it 5 years to financial freedom via digital asset accumulation and financial market. So what should I do? So we now say, apply the principle given by Warren Buffett. And he told us about the compound interest. So I will start with $1,000 for somebody who wants to now achieve his financial freedom after 5 years. 5 years is a medium-term investment scheme. Investment is in three categories. Low short term is 1 year less than 5 years. Medium term is 5 years less than 10 years. Long term is 10 years and above. I know some of you bought land, you say, because I want to invest long term. We are telling you what we call digital portfolio, and it's liquid. Anything happen now, you can move. You are not tied to any location. That's another thing you should see. So let's take a $1,000. If I want to compound, so you do not have 99,000, 100,000 like the account I showed us, but you have $1,000. Somebody say, what of small, small money? You can do that calculation. When I'm done with this calculator, the link is on the group. Collect it and do the arithmetic by yourself. I will not help you to do it. I've told somebody, just like what Dr. Amati was angry, the holy anger yesterday. Sometimes, some people you think you are helping by coming down to them, you are killing them. You are not giving them the spirit to go higher. The down is too crowded. It's better we go up together. I need to see everybody at the top than to see you from the top. Because if I'm seeing you from the top, it's difficult. It's a very bad one. So we need to be at the top together. So $1,000. Now, let me look at for 60 months, that's for 5 years. Now, on the average, we have seen that what Sonic is doing on the average after taking the 30% is about 16.8%. But I don't want to go there. I want to go by 15% or even as low as 10%. So let's do 15% first. Now, monthly. Then I want to be compounding. If you have $1,000, you know that you can be compounding every day. But let's not go every day. Let's go weekly. I go to weekly compounding. So then for the next 5 years, let's check how much 1,000 will give to us if we are doing average of 15% in a month for 1,000 and compounding every week, so that you just know that regularly I'm compounding every week. But definitely the time is going to come, you must do it every day because the money will be too much. Okay, imagine the account of that 800 and something $1,000 now. Only this small trade they took today has done about how much thousand? Is it $8,000? I can't remember. How many of us observed the big account I showed? Please type it on the chat box. How much was the big account did? Just one trade. That 200 was showing $1.23. 5,000 was showing 31.30. So how much was the big account doing? How much did it show us? Okay, can somebody help us if you still remember? And type on the chat box. How many percent, how much dollar do we saw? I think about $8,000 if I'm not mistaken. So let me not lie. So yes, how much? Somebody, all of us have forgotten. Yes, nobody remembered. Okay, the money was too big for you to. Was the money too big for us to look at it? So respond to me, please. The money was too big for us to look at. We are frightened by the amount. Okay, $7,402. Don't be afraid by big money. Be attracted to big money. All right. So now, this is after 5 years. This is $6,958,607. That is what you will have amount to. Then you can be flying higher and tell yourself, this is the what I have, this is what I'm making, and then progressively. Somebody will ask me, Felix, are you sure the platform will still be available? What if it's available? How are we sure that it will stay to that extent? How are we sure it will stay for life? It won't stay for life, even you yourself. How are we sure it's real? The only thing that is real and stay forever and will not change is the word of God. So anyone who wants me to give him guarantee of how really to become, then I think I've left that region for a very long time. That means we have not understood anything about what we're talking about. So if you go by the least I can do the calculation is $250, and I have is with intention. So if I have $250 that I compounded for the next 5 years, how much will I amount to? That's 1.7 million. If that one makes sense to you, I think there's a need. I love one message I sent on the group one day. Is I think was shared by one of our very fantastic woman. She said a man called call her and demanded for a help of 5,000 naira to feed family. She didn't hesitate. She sent the money to the person. Then trust me, human being will always be human being. 3 months later, the person came back again, sent another message. Please come to my rescue. I need another 5,000 naira. And he responded without hesitation. Please, I don't run charity organization. I will only help you to make money if you are ready. I'm an internet business person. I build business on the internet. And if you are ready to make money on the internet, you let me know. Do you have an Android phone? He said, no, man. It's okay. See the first responsibility he gave to the man. Sorry, some of us who are so emotional, please stop it. You are going to kill yourself and destroy someone's destiny. There's some help you thought to do. I've discovered it. I've mentored a lot of people. I saw some things I maybe trying to pamper some persons is making them counterproductive. Go and check. I'm not making them independent. Why do you think people that live in the riverine area, they took their children from the baby and throw him inside water, guide him, all right? It's because to kill the fear. So some of us, some help you help to somebody, some help you give to a person, you are a destroyer of his destiny. Go and check. And you have given burden to yourself. So be very careful. And it replied the person and said, do you have an Android phone? He said, no, man, I don't have. I only have touchlight. Say, go and look for until you have Android phone. Chat me so that I can teach you. How he got the Android phone was not the woman business. If you know you want to change your life, then change certain things around you. Maybe he must have sold so many things around himself. Because there's some stuff we have at home now. It's not producing anything. And we have only two things in life, asset and liability. If you are not producing, you are liability. There are things you have now, they are not producing anything, but you are spending money to maintain it. You better sell it off. There are some things it's very difficult to let go. The earlier you let it go, the better your hand and your head will be free. I've never seen a man who folded his hand with the thing he has, say the bird his hand is better than the one in the million in the bush. That's a wrong proverb. If the bird you are holding in your hand is not edible, that is not productive, if not productive. Jesus can have to cut the tree down that refused to bear fruit. Then he said he purged the one that bears fruit. So he cut down the one. So no matter how greener it is, as far as there's no fruit on it, it's counterproductive. They cut it off. So there are certain things you must cut off. It can be person, it can be anything, it can be anybody. It doesn't matter, irrespective of that person. He's shocking you, is a parasite. Cut him off. If you don't cut him off, he will destroy you. I've seen that. And you know, they go and in after like 1 month or so, the man came back and said, I've gotten an Android phone. He didn't ask, how do you get it? What is your business about that? And he got the phone. He started putting it through. He said today, the man is handling one aspect of his business. And the man was sending message in Yoruba, appreciating him and saying, thank you very much. Man, do you know where you picked me from? He said, my friend refused to learn. That's why they are still where they are. He said, but do you know where you picked me from? I know you have forgotten. He started narrating. He said, I was a bus conductor. But the bus conductor is now a billionaire. So that's one of the things. So you can go to check how much can I compound $1 to $10. You can do the calculator. I will drop the link. Let me just quickly drop the link on the group because if you don't train people, you don't blame them. So you say if you don't train them, don't blame them. So I have to fulfill righteousness and paste this on the comment section so that we can do it by ourselves. So now use your hand to type amount you want. Now, tag market want to help you and dash you money, but don't want you to go away with that money. So it's like giving you loan without collateral. And I'll tell you that how much do you want? So they just want your commitment. All right? They just want your commitment. Your commitment is that how much do you want? They say give you an open check. How much do you want? You say, I just want minimum. If I want to dash you anything now, if I want to buy anything to you, for you, if you have bought something and say I'm paying, then something come to your mind. See, don't think you are too wicked. It's natural. It's by default. Human wants are insatiable. If I meet you in a supermarket and you have bought something, but if you have feeling that I was going to pay for you, things you don't even budget, you will put it. But if you have put everything and I pay for you, it will look at if you are too close to me, say, boss, thank you. I will have even need this because there's a familiarity me and you will have. Ordinarily, you cut down those things. Your children demand it, demand. You say, hey, children, leave it. That's not the time to eat those things. It's not true. You don't have the money. There's no time not to eat anything. It's just that the money is not enough. So you try to prioritize some things, you deny them. Mr. Simplicity always tell us, say, somebody say, I don't like fried egg. He say you don't have money to buy oil. You say that's why I say I just like boil. You say, oh, have money to buy oil, you fry. So these are the things that if I ask many of us who are listening to me now, assuming this is a seminar hall, and I ask you people, government of Nigeria have just paid for exotic cars from America, and everything is tinted, powerful, and all that, already registered, and just to fix your name in it. And please write the name of the car you want to pick because they have already paid for everything. I tell us, out of the 32 of us in this hall, nobody will write the name of the car you are driving presently. You will not. You will not. You will not. I know that for sure. You will not. But you say, I don't used to like the big cars. I just like it simple. It's not true. Give you room to write the name of car you want now. And I say I will pay for it. You won't write the name of the car you are driving presently. You are going to write that. Not the name. That means there was a car you love to drive, not to impress anybody, but it give you joy. But this, you are incapacitated. But somebody now give you an open check for it. So the same thing now here. Tag market say, we have given you an open check to amplify any amount you want to deposit up to 12 times. But if you are within the community, up to 24 times. If you say, I want minimum, that means something is actually wrong somewhere. All right? So these are the things we have for you this morning. And then we know that definitely, if you pay attention, you are going to make a lot of money. As I wrap up on the business model, a lot of people have asked me, okay, what about the residual? The residual is simple and straightforward. What the system have done on Aitech, not on tag market. On Aitech, they have told you that everything you are doing, plug into the business model, but it's optional, it's a choice. But if I tell you that, okay, somebody is plugging and doing the business model, and it's not even as active as you do, and it's making insane money on a weekly and a monthly basis, you would love to make that money too. But because you don't know the know-how, then you probably say, I don't think I have time, because you thought it's the usual conventional way of doing business. No, it's not the conventional way of doing business. I only tell people when I come into any business and it's good, my first responsibility is to share with anyone that I come across. Why? I need to fulfill all righteousness. Why? I love spreading good news, not bad news. Why? So that all of us can be good and free. Why? I can have reference point. So when I have reference point, when you are complaining at any time that, man, things are so hard, I won't pity you. I won't even look at you, because I know that I share opportunity with you that will have softened the problem you are passing through. But because, number one, your level of ignorance. Number two, your level of pride. I say, because if you come into a business like this, that is good like this, and you decide not to share it, three things are bound to happen, or three things are associated with it. Number one, you are ignorant, you do not understand. Of course, what you do not understand will be difficult to share. Now, if you gain understanding and say, oh, this thing is wonderful, and you still refuse to share, it's either you are selfish. And that there's a level of selfishness you have, it will grow to what we call wickedness. It's just like when somebody is committing sin over and over, they say it's sin. But when it gets to a level that it becomes norms and it doesn't care, it's as if no consent again, it becomes iniquity. So he's just doing it, it's part of him. He doesn't have any feeling if you do it. In fact, he has more joy. That's that level of iniquity. So if you want to not to commit iniquity to your neighbor, I think you share. Now, why do I need to share? What I have discussed with you all through is just one business model, that to explore the forex market. We have not come to this second one called the Bit1 crypto exchange, where you are going to make another money passive and residual. How? Endotech is going to be trading for you here. And it's Endotech that said, when I bought into it 2021, that was about 5 years plus ago, I do not ask question, because when I saw the Endotech, they say I will pay 125,000. So I was looking for a way. When I saw a company that was advertising and say, we'll give you access to Endotech, that's as part of their product. When I jumped in, it was the Endotech I was looking for, not every other product they were selling. When I jumped in and I saw 5,000, I didn't ask question. In fact, I didn't pray in tongue. I didn't speak it. I didn't pray. I have done it when I remember to give thanks to God. Thank you, God, for giving me to see this. Because if you have not directed me to see it, I won't pick it. And why did I thank God? Meaning that the company gave me a giveaway of 120, because I would have been paying $125,000, but they said I should pay 5,000 for a year. I paid it without talking to say, are you sure? What is the minimum? How do you do it? Will it work? Will it not work? Because I have gotten somewhere, the real company themselves told me it's either 125 or nothing. Go away. Nowhere to even click register. Nothing. But somebody say, I'm giving you that access, 5,000. I'll be debating. When I see people who debate so much, I'm not saying you should not ask questions. There are questions you ask me, I just know that you are not ready. Are there obstacles in business? Normal. Problem in business. And when money are made is when there are problems because that's the solution you provided. I just told us about $100. First bank about to go down the drain. He came in. He should be afraid. Company that have crashed. You know what I mean? Hey, company that have crashed. But he became landlord there. Whatever I tell them is what they will do. Don't even twist it. Chairman, not just chairman of small figure. If you compute that 8 billion by 79 naira. Don't even go to just say 70 naira by 8 billion. As funny as the value of naira is, Oga, it go make sense per sentence. And that's the reality. So this is coming. I paid for it 5 to 6 years ago, and now a platform is bringing to you free. No, if you don't wake up, then something is wrong. Now, on the business model, if you look at it, I'm going to check one summary of the business model that will give you an overview, and I will call it a day. Okay, I love this. This is giving an overview. This is giving what? An overview. Look at overview here. These are the money to be made, all right, in the system. They call lot commission. If you have been trading Forex or you are IB before, you know about lot commission. That's the rebate paid from people that trade within your ecosystem. But this lot commission on normal brokerage, they can't pay more than in fact, most broker, only the people you directly refer. Yes. Then if you now go for what they call master IB, they pay the level 2 or level 3. So it's usually, go and check people who are doing IB. They are very selfish. It's the business model that make them selfish. Go and ask. I know some of you are laughing and smiling now and tell you that, Felix, you are too wicked. Why are you exposing us? They are very selfish. How are they selfish? You see that when they go for presentation, go and check their body language. When they are doing presentation, when it comes to let people register, they send their link. None of their team member link is accepted. You know why? Because if their members send link out, they won't earn anything from their members. So you see that they gather everybody around themselves. It's about them and themselves. So the one that do master MBA, to an extent, will allow the second level to do. But by the time you go to third level, so when you call him for assistance, he will not help you. It's normal. It's the selfishness is man. So it's about him. So you will now hear that your team leader is making like $5,000 in a week, in a month on rebate, $2,000 in a month on rebate. You now check, I'm not making anything. No, because some will even don't allow you to know where you can pick out the link. I'm speaking from experience. They will not let you know where you can pick out the link and send to your friend. So when you say your friend want to start trading, they say, give your friend my link. So that means he's taking the leverage you are supposed to take to himself. And now you that you are giving him the leverage, you are still battling to know how to trade. You have funded your account with $400 before, you have blown it. You have funded another 300, you have blown it. Eventually you give up, you go away. And then you left that person you invited to him. That person to say, I have a friend I want to trade. He say, give him my link. Now, most of us they will not ask questions because you're just curious, I want to trade. But this one changed and disrupted the narrative. How do they disrupt the narrative? They say, we make you to scale to 10th level. That means injury to one is injury to all. Many fellows have invited Mr. A. Mr. A invited Mr. B. Mr. B invited Mr. C. As the way I treat Mr. A is the way I'm going to treat Mr. C because to the 10th level. So the lot commission is paid about 8 point something dollars of it for per lot is paid and is spread to level 1 to level 10. And when it's spread from level 1 to level 10, there's a fraction of it that's set aside for leadership. That's one. Number two, profit share. If you look at this account now, it has made $150 maybe so far on that. Then this one has made $237 on that for so far. And now, so what we mean by profit share? Profit share means simply Sonic is trading. And whatever profit they make, they take 30%. That 30% they take, what are they doing with it? They only take 5% out of it and give to the developer. 25% is shared from level 1 to level 10. And how do they share it? 2.5, 2.5, 2.5. Not 2.5, 1.2, 0.1. No, 2.5 down to 10th level. And I'm sure most of you attended the leadership meeting that Dr. Marty conducted with us on Monday. You got insight and see practical knowledge of this. Then you come back, profit share. So I'm making, so that means if there's no trade, this thing will not come. So have you seen why this thing is a very protective and strategic business building? It's not a network marketing, but it's a business model. Then you can see that this one has not earned this leadership pool. These are people who have built the team to a giant level. Then they have leadership pool where you can travel. You have leadership pool where you earn some other incentive. Look at CPA. This account make $127.5. That's the first level of the CPA. The total volume within the organization of the first phase of people to this person is where this person make $127. Then you can see other one, the person has not earned. So this is more money making. Now, if you look at it, let me click for the trade that have happened yesterday, Monday, Monday and yesterday, Tuesday, and today, Wednesday. Look at what this account has made on just like lot commission, 11.87. Now, lot commission profit share is paid every week. Now, that means last month, every week, lot commission, small money, this account, because this is just an upcoming account. So that means what this account made was $296 without lifting fingers. Look at how it's very easy. It's not about the money, it's about the opportunity to spread. Because everyone you invited here, they are not the one trading. Even you are not the one trading. So I always tell friends, if you say, oh, I don't have time for this, I say two things happen to talk. It's either you talk and make money, or you talk and beg for money. Intentionally, if you talk to make money, you'll be intentional about it. Then, if you talk to beg for money, you will not be intentional. It's the condition that will make you to talk and beg for money. Why? It's still talk. So pride will make you not to talk and make money. So now for me, why will I talk to anybody? That's pride. Now, that pride will humble you to talk and beg for money. So, but there's dignity in labor. Why don't I bury my pride and understand something than to subject myself to where I will now be saying, because begging is begging, irrespective. Either you go for borrow, it's a beg. If you go and borrow today, it's a beg. Either you understand it or not. If you say, please, can you help me? I will pay you, even if with interest, it's a beg. Because you are going to be very soft. The scripture has said the lender hand and the borrower. Okay, one is shorter, one is longer. And the one that gives is the one in charge. In finding one that supply your finances in charge of your life. I hope you know that. Some persons have even denied their God because of money. So why don't I create it by myself? So you can see these are how the account actually works. So people making lot commission, profit share, CPA. So I got a news today now that somebody volume within our ecosystem, although above us, have done total volume of 40 million this month already. Now, 40 million total deposit. Why do you think people are depositing money into tag market so crazily? Number one, they deposit, they don't trade by themselves. Then they see the conservative nature. So what do you mean? What does it mean to put $5,000 in a place? I don't do anything, and I'm making average of $1,000 net profit without doing anything, and I'm withdrawing. I don't need to even tell you anything. So what do you think the person will do? The person will do more. And that's the whole essence. So this person now, what is going to earn? He went 7.5% of that 40 million. Do the calculation by yourself. I don't need to start doing. That same group of persons. We have somebody in Nigeria last month of April. The total volume, this lady, iron lady, she's elegant, she's crazy everywhere. Pull out total volume of 12 million. And total volume of 12 million will be average of I think 6%. Yes, within that range. Yeah, within the range of 6% of that 12 million. Plot your graph and say 12 million, just say 12 million multiplied by 0.06. 0.06 times 12 million. You know how much that lady make just in a month. And that has nothing to do with lot commission and profit shares and all of that. So, ladies and gentlemen, this is a comprehensive detail that should help you to understand what we have said. It's long, but I think it's worth it. If you have any question at this point in time, why not? You can ask just for the purpose of clarification, but I think